guys. So I wanted to do something other than my normal typical art video. I actually got this Lego set a couple days ago while I was out with my auntie and my cousin. They had just traveled down here to Florida from California for my cousin's volleyball tournament at the Orlando Convention Center. Funny enough, I wasn't actually planning on meeting up with them. I had to take a day off from work because I had to go back to our apartment to sign our release forms and close out the keys and all of that kind of fun stuff. It's really not how I wanted to spend my day, especially on Monday. But it was actually a really nice surprise when my cousin had messaged me saying that they were here in the area. So, I figured, well, I took the whole day, so it would be nice to actually see some family. The last time I saw my cousins and my aunt was probably around 22, 21. It was sometime around my grandmother's funeral, and for her birthday was the last 2 times that I visited. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna take the day, I'm gonna spend some time with them. So I met up with them after my cousin's volleyball tournament, and we kind of just drove around a little bit. We went down to iDrive, walked around that little plaza for a bit. We had dinner, talked a little bit, catching ourselves up on life. And then we headed over to, I believe, Universal City Walk. And we did the same thing there. We just kind of walked around, looked around the gift shops. I was kind of showing them just some of the places that they could go to spend some time and, spend money. Just typical how Orlando is, really. You can find anything to do down here. You'll never get tired of the area because there's always something to do, and they're always building new things. So it's really cool to kind of go around and just shop around with them too. After City Walk, we went over to Disney Springs. I still call it Downtown Disney, but yeah, I kind of just showed them around a little bit. I had a really good time just walking around, talking with my auntie and catching up. My cousin was just shopping around for his siblings too, so we actually ended up looking at the Lego store, and I had never really been too much into Legos before, and this is actually my first time building a Lego figure ever. I've never had any of this stuff when I was younger. My dad was never into it, mom was never into it, none of my siblings were ever into that kind of stuff. So this is really like a first for me. I had been collecting figurines for a long time, and since we moved into our new home, there's definitely a lot more shelvings around, and I was like, well, I kind of want to decorate around a little bit, put some of our favorite things up, just kind of have like a display case of all the things that we love and all of the shows and movies and characters and stuff like that, because I'm a huge fanatic of that kind of stuff. I love Game of Thrones, I love Marvel, I love Harry Potter, like all of that kind of stuff. And you could definitely tell, especially if you know my dogs, they're all named after characters that are from those movies and shows. So we were walking through the Lego store, and I saw a lot of awesome figurines, and I was like, it'd be really cool to actually have some of that kind of stuff just on display in our new home. It represents us, me and my partner. So I was like, you know what, I might just get something small and just to try it out and see how much how I liked it. And Wally and Eve was actually, when we first started dating in our first apartment, that was like our characters. Everything we had was Wally and Eve. I made a painting of Wally and Eve for us for his anniversary, and we also have like mugs that are Wally and Eve, first Christmas ornaments, all of that. So that was like a first kind of love thing for us. And especially with this milestone and being in a new home, I figured this would be really cool kind of first figure to have. I don't really know if I can find the words to describe what I'm really trying to say, but Wally and Eve is definitely something that we've always cherished, and we still do. I love that movie so much. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to get this. I'm going to try it out. I'm going to see how hard this is. And honestly, this was probably the most therapeutic thing ever. Like I said, I've never done any kind of building figurine kind of thing before. And I never really had any interest in going into it. Maybe because I was more, kind of intimidated by the whole thing. I'm an extreme perfectionist, and if things don't come out my way, it's really frustrating for me, and I kind of I beat myself down about it if it doesn't look a certain way or that kind of stuff, but typical of artists, we're our worst enemies, really. And, building this, I was like, this is actually pretty nice. It's pretty fun, actually. And, I had a really cool experience just sitting there playing music, and yeah, it was really nice. And now, after seeing how much I really enjoy building these, I am certainly and definitely going to be doing a lot more of these. I already have a plan in my head about getting more of these Lego figurines of my favorite characters and stuff like that. If you know me, you know that I am absolutely obsessed with dragons. House of Dragon right now has been on my mind. I've been waiting for all the new episodes to come out, and I was like, oh man, I should probably do a dragon drawing or a painting or something like that. But with this, if I can find a dragon Lego set, let me tell you, that'll be the prime display in our house. I'm gonna have lights around it and everything. I love dragons. I just love them so much. I don't know why or from where. I think the earliest that I can remember were probably around 2006 when Aragon came out. And I know a lot of people say, the movie sucked and whatnot. And yes, it was kind of bad. The special effects, though, for that time was actually pretty awesome. And, I was so sad when, we didn't get a second movie or anything like that. And it was even worse at the time because, again, I was 2006. And I actually read every single one of Christopher books on the series of Aragon. And, when they didn't come out with the second movie and I was been waiting for any kind of show, is very disheartening. So anything dragon, I will absolutely buy. I'll make, no matter what it is. I will take it. So rest assured that I'm gonna be on the hunt for anything dragon-like when it comes to these Lego sets now. Not that I need any more hobbies, but it's fine. We'll make do. So there you go. This is the final look of my first Lego build, Wally and Eve. Let me know what you guys think, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more.